Hey, good morning to everybody. Happy Friday. It's Daryl here. It's bright and freaking early, man. It's 3 a.m. here in Connecticut on the East Coast. Okay, let me say this first and foremost. I am a true blue, 100% tree hugging, electric car buying, Harris voting liberal through and through. I am a complete liberal. But I've been thinking about this. I've been thinking about what Trump supporters have said to me both before and after the election, what they griped about, what was stuck in their craw, what had their panties in a bunch, so to speak. And I have to agree. One of the things that popped up a lot really was what I believe was a bad concept. I believe you have to pick your battles. So what I'm talking about here is tampons in the men's or boys' bathroom in what I presume is high schools. I think this was a very dumb, useless idea, in my opinion. And a lot of, honestly, I swear to God, a lot of Trump supporters I know, two of the biggest gripes they had was immigration, which is just a huge issue. You know, why people are coming here, how they're getting here, while they're staying here, and all that stuff, you know, what can be done about it. It's just a huge issue. I'm not going to discuss that. But this issue about tampons in the boys' bathrooms, I really think was a stupid idea. Let me go over this for some people. Some people might not even understand the concept of why what they were shooting for here, what the goal was here. Okay, you have transgender people, either people that were born female and transgendered to male, or were born male and transgender to being female. Now, I think I understand this. I think these are people. I think it's similar to being gay. These are the things that people are just born. You can call it maybe hormones or whatever, but I really believe that people are born to love just who they love, you know, and some people just, I believe, don't feel comfortable, don't feel right in their bodies to the point where they don't want to continue living anymore. So I think it's, you know, and if it doesn't bother anybody else, I think it's totally their right and their prerogative to change to female if they want to change to female. But here's the idea. What we're talking about here is people that were born female and transgendered into male, and they still have their female organs and body parts, okay? And so they look male, they represent themselves as male, except they still have their monthly periods, all right? This is the issue here. So they would still need, you know, they look like a man, but they would still need women's hygiene products. Okay, now let's think about this. Who would this serve? Who are we looking to benefit? Who are we looking to benefit from this? How many trans people are in the average high school? How big is the average high school? I don't know. Mine was maybe 200 or 300, maybe about 400 people, I guess, from freshman to senior. I'm guessing here, maybe 500. Okay, out of those 500, we'd be talking about the older people, juniors and seniors or whatever, I'd imagine. How many of them are trans people that have transed from male to female? Back when I went to school, there was none. There honestly was none. There was effeminate guys that we knew were gay, and there was masculine women that we presumed were gay too, but there was no trans people back in 1980 to 84. Now, I'm going to guess, let's take a liberal guess. Let's say five people in the average high school. Okay, now to those five, how many are male to female, or female to, or are male, or are female to male? That this would benefit people that this would benefit would benefit from this. So let's say half, or 2.5. Let's be liberal. Let's round it up to 3 people. Okay, so 3 people in the entire high school, and that's like being ultra liberal here, at top end, that would benefit from this. Now, I'm presuming here, back when I went to school, most women bring their feminine hygiene, you know, they can afford feminine hygiene products, and they brought it with them in their pocketbooks. You know, that's how I understand that's the way it used to be. Okay, so out of those, let's say 3 men, trans men, how many of them can't afford And we're only talking out of what? We're talking, what, 1 week out of the month for each of these people, five or 6 days that they'll need these products. So what we're talking about here is a very small minority of the people in the high school. And out of those people, how many of them truly can't afford their own feminine hygiene products, or can't borrow some, or can't simply put them in their pocket to bring them into school, to bring them into the bathroom, or borrow them from somebody else? You know, maybe one of those three is below the poverty line and simply can't afford feminine hygiene products, so they need this. So we're talking about all this hubbub in the average school for, at the most, probably one person for 1 week a month that this would benefit from. You know, putting this whole dispenser up. You know, and like I said, I'm liberal. You know, I believe in all the most liberal things, but this was just a stupid idea. It was a stupid concept, and I really believe it was almost meant just to push the boundaries, just to kind of push at conservatives how much they'll take. That's what I truly believe. And from what it appears, it crossed the line. It was the straw that broke the camel's back for a lot of people that were probably, a lot of men that were probably maybe considering, that didn't like Trump all that much, and were considering voting for Harris. And I think these two issues, immigration and tampons in the men's room, was a big thing. Like I said, immigration is a whole thing unto itself, and I believe a lot of immigration here, people coming here, are coming here because they're being displaced out of their countries. Why are they being displaced out of their countries? Because of crime and cartels. Why are there crime and cartels? Because of money. Where's the money coming from? American addicts. That's where the money's coming from. We are fueling the immigration into this country through addiction. That's my opinion on that. But I believe that this whole thing about tampons in the men's bathroom was just a bad freaking idea. And how many people does it benefit? You know, on an average year or an average month in any average high school? Maybe one person. It just wasn't worth it. That's my thoughts on this. Let me know what you think. Have a good Friday.